How's it going? I want to just discuss some 3D weavy stuff that I've been playing around with and talking to Nick on the internet with. So basically, I'm just gonna break it down real easily what I'm doing so that you can kind of translate onto the internet. You know what I mean? It's hard to kind of show 3D stuff sometimes. So the way I start is take a normal forward buzzsaw, and then I bend from this point, this edge of the buzzsaw, the closest one to me, 45 degrees out at either one. So you end up something like this. Boom, boom. And that puts you in vertical atomics, you know, but if they were tracing the edges of a box, you'd be standing outside the box. So you can bring these in close, kind of like a buzzsaw, where they cross over like that. Or you can even take and cross your arms, one on top of the other, so that the nexus is in front of your fingers. And then if you do an in-swing, you can switch which arm is on top. You can do this little in-swing, weavy kind of thing, and that's pretty cool. But instead of swinging on the in-swing like this, boom, to come through, you swing under the arm like that. You can actually swing out and around it. And so if you do that from this position here, cross your arms, instead of coming up through the center to get over the top, like that, I'm going to swing out, around, and over the top. A couple times, you know, you just link that together, and you get this cool, like, atomic-y weave thing. And then doing it that way feels a lot like just taking a normal weave, like just a normal weave, and exaggerating the sidewaysness of it. And then if you stop in the middle at any point, one hand will be on top and you'll be in your outside the box kind of vertical atomics that way. And now the interesting thing about this is that when your hands are in this position, I'm going to show you from the side. We have outside the box, cross so that one hand's on top. If we turn our body 90 degrees, that puts us right into the position to be able to do this side switch thing, which is kind of like, feels like if you had your hands like this in a butterfly on either side, like thread the needle or something. When one hand is across, or when the wrists are crossed somewhere, like here or here, you can stretch that one across, like we stretched out the weave in the other one. And by flinging the momentum of those, you get a really similar thing as this atomic 180 degree turn, you know? So this feels a lot like stretching a butterfly out, you know what I mean? And just like the forward one feels a lot like stretching a weave out. And so you can use those ideas to turn around between those, you know? Like, so let's say the forward stretched out weave variation, turn 90 degrees, and it goes into the stretched out butterfly thing. And then if you turn another 90 degrees, it goes into a reverse stretched out weave variation. And we can turn back into this one if we wanted, or we could turn this way. And so they all link up really smooth and nice. Another cool thing, it feels really, really chaotic, but it has a pretty neat effect, is when you're doing like from here, and we're going to do this wobbly 180 thing. You can just kind of, as you move the momentum over, if you basically just feel like you're going like this with the toy, as you spin in circles, your centrifugal force will keep the heads out, you know, and you get like a weird, cool kind of pattern, you know, so something like, and then it just goes right back into that, and it's a little bit wild, but super fun. Another thing that I was just doing, and it's kind of cool, it's pretty intuitive, but there's the weave idea, and then the wavy butterfly thing, you know, but one hand is always on top when we do this, so you can go here, do your weave, switch which hands on top, do a reverse one, switch which hands on top, and so you get kind of an exaggeration to this pattern.